Thursday, June 26th. Man, I have been on a mission. Right now I'm in Bogota. So yesterday I left Medellin. I'm going to get into the story a little bit later. But I just want to show you my $20 hotel room. Yeah, I always show my Airbnbs anywhere I go, good or bad. But had a nice little hot shower this morning. And this is it. 20 bucks, right next to the airport. So when I flew in, I was trying to catch a flight. I took a flight from Medellin into Bogota. And there was a flight I wanted to catch at 2 o'clock in the morning to get me over to Cancun, which I would have landed at 5 in the morning, and then jump on a plane to Tijuana. Getting on that flight did not work out as planned. And the next two flights are around 3 o'clock. One going to Mexico City, one going to Cancun. So sitting there last night, midnight came along. I realized I wasn't going to get on that flight. And I said, well, fuck it. I'll just stay in the airport. But there's no way I could stay in the airport from midnight till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was already getting tired. So I Googled hotels in the area. And you got some that's $75. You got some that was like $100. And then I seen a few that was like $24, right? So this one I picked, I'm reading the reviews. Dude said, hey, if you just got a quick layover, this place is perfect. But do not walk over there if it's late at night. The area is sketchy. Make sure you take an Uber. It was a 15-20 minute walk from the airport. I started to walk it. But I read that review, and I was like, nah, I better take an Uber. Thank God I did, because when I came up in this neighborhood, it was like something out of a fucking movie, man. Oh my God, I'm so happy. In fact, I pulled up, I knocked on the door. I was told my Uber driver, I goes, don't go nowhere yet. I want to make sure someone's here. But it worked out, and on the internet it showed 24 bucks, but she hooked me up for $20. So you know what? I'm going to give this place a nice, good 5-star rating because it was perfect. I just needed to lay my head down, get a little sleep, and go back to the airport. So it is 9:30. I had no fucking coffee. I need some coffee. I'm going to go to the airport right now, figure it out. Am I going to Cancun? Here's the issue. The next flight is cheaper. But if I go to Cancun, I have to get somewhere to stay, which I don't want to spend any money. The next one, a little bit more money, but it gets me to Mexico City, and I can jump immediately on the next plane and head to Tijuana. So let me get over there and figure that one out. And on that one, I don't have enough money yet. And in fact, shout out to all my friends and family. They were shooting me out, helping me out with a little cheese. 50 here, 25 there, 30 there. That shit really helped me out, and I greatly appreciate it. Anyway, I'll give y'all an update in a little bit. Whew. All right. Say what's up to Kobe. By the way, Kobe got the groomer. He had the groomer. He looked sharp. Kobe. But you know, it wasn't a groomer I wanted. I had an appointment with her on Wednesday. But she wanted to, Tuesday, but she wanted to postpone till Wednesday. And I was like, damn. My cute vet and my cute groomer both wanted to reschedule. I'm like, yeah, I'll see y'all broads later. Anyway, we in the airport now. Dude, I got here to the airport early, and I'm glad I did. So I got here. Wednesday was sold out. or Wyndham. I think it's Window. They were sold out, even though Skip Lag was showing that they had a ticket. Nah, they were sold out. Aeromexico. So Winder was the one I was going to take to Cancun. And I would have had to spend the night in Cancun. Aeromexico, they were showing they had a ticket. Turned out, Aeromexico was also sold out. Avianca and Latam, I think, they wanted like $700 to get to Mexico City or Cancun. So I ended up buying a ticket with Copa, $485. So it cost me $110 to get from Medellin to Bogota, $485 to get from Bogota to Mexico City, and I still got to price my ticket, and then I don't show to Mexico City at 11 o'clock at night. I still got to price my ticket to get from Mexico City to Tijuana. Hopefully this all works out. So what is that? 485, 110, 595 so far. Pretty expensive. I probably won't do the last minute no more. Because I had to juggle money, I really didn't have no choice. It costs too much money to be poor. Yeah. It's funny. Hey, a friend of mine said today, Anthony, he said all this so you can get some cheap tails. It ain't just Anthony that said that. My other buddy Knuckles was like, oh, that over some women. Look, I want to make something clear. I got 100 reasons. 100 reasons why I don't like being in America and why I love traveling and being in another country. But everyone seems to think it has to be about the women. Women are one of the reasons, but it is not the only reason. But since y'all want to talk about the women, let's talk about that. Let me show you something. Now, in America, this is what I have to see every day. I'm going to show you. Especially with me, because I do 2,000 miles per week in America. So in America, this is what I see everywhere I look. Okay? I'm 50 years old. America was not always like that. Like this. Over the last 30 years, it became this. Okay? Everywhere I go, grocery store, rides, anywhere, it doesn't matter. Literally, everywhere I look, that's what I see. But in Colombia, let me show you, everywhere I look, my friend Melissa, who's gonna be mad at me that I didn't see her since I was out there, because she came into town and she hit me up right away. She was like, Amor, but this is what I see everywhere I look when I'm in Colombia, okay? The gym, the grocery store, just walking Kobe around. This is what I see. But in America, this is what I see everywhere. Now that's one reason. Now let's talk about what got us there. It ain't her fault she looks like that. America is a capitalistic country. If we make, in America, if we get them to look like this, guess what? We get to make money off of them. She gonna need liposuction. She gonna need high blood pressure medicine, insulin. You know, America gets to make millions off of treating people from eating bad food. And how does it get like that? Well, if you're pumping chickens full of hormones, the vegetables got insecticides and all this poison, you are what you eat. If you eat that chicken that's been pumped full of steroids, that's what you end up looking like. But in Colombia, they don't try to make a profit off of people getting sick.
So in Colombia, all the food is healthy. You can eat a cheeseburger and you ain't got to worry about it giving you cancer. Second reason out of my 100. What's the other thing? Oh, the stereotypes. Everyone got stereotypes. In Colombia, the stereotype is that I'm rich because they know I'm an American. Because we stand out like a paisa from Mexico. So the assumption is I'm rich. These bitches don't know I'm broken in 10 commandments. But that's the assumption, right? But in America, motherfuckers look and see the color of my skin, which is the dumbest type of thinking ever. And they say, oh, he might want to rob me. Or they assume I'm poor. You know, not knowing I could be chipped the fuck up. Stereotypes. Reason number 3. So, those are 3 reasons. So it's not all about the women for me, all right? That's just stupid to think that it's all about the women. It's not. But women is one of the reasons. See, I'd rather go through my life where everywhere I look is women that look like Melissa. Instead of going through my life and everywhere I look like a mega beast. Like a big ass fucking rhinoceros, an elephant. You know, in Colombia, when I'm watching television, you got all these obese people dancing, all happy and shit. And in Colombia, you got like people dancing all happy and shit, but they ain't weighing 400 pounds. So, that shit ain't normal to me. Because I'm 50. I know what my country looked like 30 years ago. Like, I used to work in Bally's Total Fitness. You know I'm old saying Bally's Total Fitness. I worked for that company for about 5 years. I loved working there. That was at a time where everyone wasn't obese. Like, couldn't wait till 5 o'clock and all the cuties coming in. That was America. It's not like that no more. And I'm a gym rat. So when I go to the gym in this country, it looks like America used to look like 30 years ago. Maybe we should change that. So I'm going to be heading back to America. I got to get my money on. And I'm going to do what the immigrants do. Get the money and take the shit down south. Anyway, hopefully this works out. I'm going to sit here and look at some plane tickets and try to get myself to TJ. But I'm halfway there. I'm glad I got that $20 hotel, got myself some sleep, because I would have been out of it right now. But it ain't over yet. But I'm getting close. Hit y'all back later. Man, I'm walking through this Panama airport. This place is nice, bro. I've only been in this airport once. And that was, I'd like to say almost 15 years ago. And it was just a layover for about 45 minutes. I was on my way to Cuba. And this was the layover spot. But man. And then flying in here, Panama looks nice, man. I'm looking at the city, overlooking the water. I gotta put this place on my to-do list. But I also heard it's just as expensive here as in, god damn, she a cutie. Nice hair, baby. Damn. I would love to go over there and buy a drink of her ass. Lord. Yeah, let me stay focused. But yeah, I heard Panama is just as expensive as Costa Rica, but I really need to check out Panama. Just won't be today. Alright, I was looking at some flights out of Mexico City into TJ. It's crucial I get there tonight. At the latest tomorrow morning by 12. So hopefully I can pull off this miracle. And look at this Panama sign everyone's posing in front of. Let me intrude on someone's picture. I won't do that. Yeah. We're gonna see how this all works out. I'm gonna try not to think about it. Oh, that's that Vista Corona. I was trying to use the internet. I sure could use a Corona right now. Alright, let me see if my flight ready to board yet. Nope, still don't see an airplane. Might as well look at some more airline tickets. Could be butt itching or something. I know, we tired. Yeah, what time is it? We're in Mexico City now. 1:30. Man, shout out to my buddy. He just hooked me up right now. Oh my God. I needed it too. He shot me a cool ass 4. That right there got me my ticket. I'm gonna have a little, oh, sorry about that. Have a little changeover. Be able to make it to TJ. And I'm going straight to San Diego Airport. Rent myself a car. And start working immediately. Well, after I get a little sleep, because I ain't slept. Yeah, and since I ain't got the global entry yet, for the TJ Airport, I'm about to catch an Uber to the border, and I'm already knowing. Let me see, I can get there by 9 a.m. That line gonna be ridiculous. I ain't gonna have the patience for it, so I'm gonna have to buy a bottle. I could do the CBX Express, which is $35, or I could buy a bottle. And it's Friday. I'm gonna need a bottle, and I'm gonna need a sack, which I'll be able to do because I'll start working today. Let the grind begin. Damn, I took that risk, and I'm so happy that so many people came to the bat for me and help me out and make this trip. 4 flights get me there. I'm starving. I've only eaten a donut today, and I had a hot dog last night. So it's Mexico, and I love me some Mexican food. Welcome back to America. Alright, so I'm gonna sit here in Starbucks, chill out a little bit, be able to get some sleep on the plane. Plane leaves at 5, so I'll have about 3 hours. I can squeeze in a quick little nap with that, and then, yeah, me and Kobe start working. I'm Kobe. Make some customers happy, and square everyone off, and make some dough. 12-hour a day, 7 days a week. It don't stop. And I need some trees, man. I need some trees. All right, I hit y'all back. Well. Finally made it back to the States. What a trip that was. First of all, it was 4 tickets. All in all, cost $800. So I got back yesterday, Friday. Made it in about 8 o'clock in the morning. You know what? It's kind of expensive because normally, if I would have bought the tickets ahead of time, it would have ran me about $500, right? But why it cost so much? I didn't pre-plan it. And some tickets got sold out. So I remember looking at one ticket
It was like $173. And this is like 12 o'clock noon. And by 5 or 6 o'clock, it went from $173 to $263. But what I did like about it, buying my tickets that way at the last minute, because mistakes always happen, especially when you're traveling with a dog. For example, like when I was leaving, I showed up to the airport, thought I had everything, left the vet and everything, right? Showed up to the airport to pay the airport. Airport is going over Kobe's vaccinations. And the lady said, oh, well, Colombia needs Kobe to have a COVID shot. The fuck does a dog need a COVID shot for? So I had to leave the airport, go back to the vet, get a COVID shot, and then go back. Now, I was under some extreme pressure because my tickets were prepaid. But in this situation of buying the tickets the last minute, I wouldn't have been under that pressure. You know, so I think I'll probably most likely travel that way again. And the other thing is, for example, I bought a ticket at the counter. I go to check my luggage, show them the paperwork with Kobe, and I got Kobe as a service dog, right? I got a service dog ID. Now they telling me, oh, well, you didn't let the airport know within 48 hours that you're going to be flying with a dog, so we have to charge you a pet fee. And I'm like, well, in that case, the guy shouldn't have sold me the ticket. So now I can completely blame it on the staff. And we're like, hey, well, since he didn't tell me about that when I first bought the ticket, just give me my money back. All of a sudden, she goes and talks to her manager, comes back, no problem, it's okay. Oh, yeah, you don't want to give me my money back, because if you got a problem, then you need to take it up with your own employee and just give me my money back, because I wouldn't have bought the ticket, because I let him know up front before I paid. The other thing is, on one of the flights, because of my backpack, it was technically too big. They got, they got that little thing you can, put your luggage in the case and to see if it fits for your personal item. Well, my backpack was too big. Well, you know what? I just bought the ticket at the counter. The lady should have said something then. Give me my money back. Oh, don't worry about it, sir. Go ahead and come on in. So, I think I prefer it that way. The next time when I leave, I can actually take my time. Like, I fly out of Tijuana. I like to spend more time in Mexico City. So I got a 5-day window for the inspection. So I think next time I'm just going to take my time. Go to the airport, handle my business with the airport as far as Kobe goes, pay their fee, and then just take my time and go buy a ticket. And if I don't see any tickets that are reasonably priced, or I'm not, under that extreme pressure, I'll just give me a spot for a day or two. No big deal. Like that $20 room I had, okay, that shit was small as hell, but it was only $20. I could have hung out in Bogota for a while. So I'm going to be here in the States for a little while, handle some business, and probably leaving, I think it's going to take me maybe 2 months, and then I can bounce up out of here. By the way, I want to give some props out, all my friends and family that helped me. One of them, my cousin Corey, my other buddy Corey, I've known since high school, came through for me. My buddy Thomas, I'm actually at Thomas' spot right now. He hooked me up. My brother hooked me up too. So I greatly appreciate it, because this trip was really expensive. I didn't have all the money, and I'm glad everyone came to bat for me. But I do want to get everyone paid back. So shout out to all you folks that looked out for me. I super, super, super appreciate it. But yeah, all in all, made it my trip. I'm going to be here. You know what? I landed in Tijuana at 8 o'clock in the morning. Went straight to Hertz to go rent a car. All right. Crossed the border. The border wasn't that bad this time, so I didn't even have to buy a bottle of liquor. I ain't had the money for it anyway, but I sure would have bought a bottle of liquor if that line was 2 hours. But when I seen the line, it was like only 20 minutes to cross over. I think that's because right now nobody wants to come to the U.S. So it ain't just the Mexicans. It's the whole world that don't want to come to the U.S. right now. But I didn't have to buy a bottle of liquor. I actually crossed over pretty goddamn quick. Jumped on a trolley. Took the trolley into downtown San Diego. Took a bus up to the airport, San Diego airport. Walked over to the Hertz. Dude said, oh, you can't rent a car as a walk-in. You have to have a reservation. And I'm like, are you serious right now? He was like, yeah, you don't have a reservation. I go, well, dude. He goes, well, even if you made a reservation, you can't rent a car. It makes no sense. If you got a car available, it should be first come, first serve. Whatever. What can I do? I was going to try to rent from the Hertz over in Riverside, but I wouldn't be able to make it from San Diego over to Riverside. The Uber, like, they'll hook me up with a $40 voucher, but that Uber ride was $130 to go from San Diego over to Riverside. So my homie Thomas drove down to San Diego. I'm over here in Marietta right now. He drove down to San Diego, swooped me up. Thank God for that. So I'm chilling here until Monday. I got my lawsuit to deal with in Menifee, which is 20 minutes from where I'm at, on Monday. Go handle my lawsuit. I'm pretty sure I'm going to win. I lined that all up today, all my evidence. Paperwork says a lot. And then I got a reservation for 3 o'clock on Monday. Go back into San Diego, rent a car, and then my grind starts there. So I'm knocking out all the shit I need to knock out. I need price. I want to get those Ray-Ban smart glasses. I need some better glasses. These are my reading glasses right here. And they're cheap as fuck. I need me a good pair of lenses. You know those lenses, the transparency goes from tint if you outside to clear if you indoors. Yeah, I want to get a pair of those. I was pricing them out, $400 for the whole total package. So I can't wait to see how my videos look with those glasses on. Plus, I just need a pair of glasses. I'm 50. Eyesight ain't what it used to be. But while I'm here, I'm going to take advantage of it. I love summertime in California. It's the best. See if my buddies want to throw a party, go hang out with some friends, make some money, and get my ass up out of here. You know, I can't wait to leave again. So when am I going to leave? I don't know. I was going over how much money I need to come up with, so it's not bad what I need to come up with. It's like $5,000, which is nothing. You know, while I'm here, I can squeeze out a couple thousand a week. So I'm just going to do that. But next time when I leave, it's going to be all insurance money. I don't want to work like I was working this last trip. So I'm just going to be patient. I could have been patient when I was first here before I left, but I couldn't do it. I just wanted to get my ass up out of here. So in the meanwhile, I've been on Bumble since I've been here. And, of course, swiping without looking at the pictures. But I'm going to be like so many of you American men where I need to find me a woman with some good credit and a good job. That's how y'all be sounding over here. You sound like women when looking for a man. I need me a man with some money. Okay, I'm going to be like that while I'm in America. Yep, I'm going to chase after women just for their money. My cousin, he bangs some of the ugliest chicks I've ever seen in my life, bro. I mean, he had this one chick he introduced me to. She was missing teeth and shit. And I'm like, cuz how can you fuck that, man? I couldn't do it. Man, she breaks me off, man. I asked her for $3,000 last week and she gave it to me. Okay, so basically my cousin's a prostitute. So while I'm in America, I'm just going to be a prostitute. Just juice chicks for their money. I'm not even going to look at the looks or nothing. I'm like, you going to pay for our date? Okay, come on. And she's going to have to break me off. So while I'm here, I'm going to be a male prostitute. When I get back to Colombia, I'm going to go back to find me someone that I'm attracted to. Yeah, I'm the type of man that want to get a woman just for her to be barefoot and pregnant. That ain't going to happen with the women over here in the States. So over here, I'm like, bitch, you got some money? Okay, well, we can go out. Make sure you cover the tab. I'm so fucking bad. Ah, man, I was hoping to be able to get that car and go get me a sack. I really need some trees, but whatever. I'm just going to have to wait till Monday. It is what it is. But hey, like, subscribe, donate to the channel. But I made it back. It was a long trip. Left on Wednesday, got in on Friday morning, but I think it was just a fluke that the tickets at $800. I think it was just a fluke. So I think from now on out, I want to fly like that, where I just wait and buy the ticket when I get to the counter. You know, little suggestion. Hopefully next time when I leave, and we'll find out, I'll give y'all an update. Next time when I leave, we'll see if it costs that much. But if I get into a situation where I leave this time again, where the tickets cost that much, but I won't be in a hurry, you know. I'll just be like, well, I'll just chill out wherever I'm at. Like, I wouldn't mind hanging out in Mexico City. So Mexico City, you got to get to Medellin from Mexico City or from Cancun. Mexico City, I've stayed there twice. Spent 4 days each time. Cancun, I've done a layover in Cancun 3 times, 4 times, but never seen Cancun. So I think this next time when I leave, I like to go spend a couple days over in Cancun. So we'll play it by ear. But for now, I'm in the States. I'm going to enjoy it while I'm here. Go hit my favorite Mexican restaurants. You know, my buddy Corey told me he went to one of his favorite Mexican restaurants. And he said when he showed up, the door was locked. Dude comes over, unlocks the door, lets him in, locks the door, let him order his burrito, and then unlock the door and let him out. I'm like, so you basically bought a burrito like if you were buying crack cocaine. Yeah, America's not the same right now. So when I get to San Diego, I got all my little Mexican restaurant spots I go to. This is going to be interesting. Racist America. Racist America. Anyway, till next week, we'll see how my court case goes. That'll be my next video. And we'll see if we won or if I won. This will be my 3rd lawsuit this year. I won against Hertz, I lost against Wells Fargo, and eDreams and I, we're going to battle. PIMP, put it in my pocket. Until later on, y'all have a good weekend. Hasta luego.